This is the Sideline Buzz, and today we are going to be speaking to Tracy Sandler. How are you doing today?
I am good. How are you guys doing?
Very good, very good. Just wrapped up in this electric environment. There's a lot of people walking around today. I have to ask you, how did you get into sports journalism? Walk me through the moment where you realized, aha, this is what I'm supposed to do.
Well, I've kind of a funny story about it. I was working in politics and philanthropy at a firm that intersected both of them, and I had worked in politics before, and I came into the firm at a weird time, and so there wasn't a lot for me to do. So for the fun of it, I started a blog about the 49ers, and I grew up a 49ers fan. I've now been covering them 10 years. I'm not a fan anymore. I'm a beat reporter now, but at the time I was still a fan. And I don't hate them or anything. It just changes when you become a reporter. So I started a blog for fun because I was like, I like doing this. I had written sports in college. I'd worked at Fox Sports right out of college. So I did that, and after doing that for a few months, I was like, you know what? I think I have something here, and I think I can turn it into something more.
Yeah.
So that is really how I started, and then I just started Fangirl Sports Network.
Beautiful, wow.
Yeah, so being the beat reporter for the 49ers, obviously they've had some success in the past few years. Can't get that big game yet, but they've been there, they've competed. Just kind of, what have been some of the highlights of working for the 49ers?
Well, I don't work for them.
All right,
but I'm a
sorry,
I cover them. But I always just have to clarify.
Yeah.
But it's been pretty amazing. I mean, I saw them. I was there when Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch came in their first year, and they started that season, I believe, 0-10. And it wasn't an 0-10 locker room because they were building something, and the players had bought in. So to see that, and then within a couple of years, they went to a Super Bowl, and I covered a Super Bowl. I've covered 2 Super Bowls, which is pretty incredible. That is
really
really
incredible.
amazing experience. It's a funny thing because you're covering a Super Bowl because the team you're covering is in the Super Bowl, but it's still professionally a pinnacle, for what you do. So those have been highlights, but just to see how the organization has changed, the culture changed. I mean, when Jimmy Garoppolo came in, it changed the culture and what that did and just how it's built, and they've really become the gold standard, no pun intended, because they're the red and gold, but they really have at the NFL in terms of their community work. They do a ton of tremendous work in the community. It's something that's important to all of them, including the players. But just to see really how Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch have taken this organization and just really made it incredible.
Yeah.
So I have to ask you. I've done some reading, and to a few networks, you've really illustrated being a woman in this industry. I wanted to ask you what your biggest challenge was.
You know, it's funny with challenges. I'm very fortunate. I think I've come into this in a time where a lot of women have helped pave the way to make it less challenging. But it's still a challenge. You know, I'm still in football stadiums with a credential on, and you have to scan your face to go anywhere, and I still get people that stop me, and I can be walking with male colleagues, and they stop me and say, "Can I look at your credential? I'm not sure you're supposed to be here." And that still happens, and it's unfortunate at NFL stadiums that it should happen, but it does happen. And I think it annoys me, but I think the best thing I can do is smile and say, absolutely, because I am supposed to be here. And I'm trying very hard, and this is a hard life thing to do, but to not get myself worked up over those kind of things, because it's not going to help. It's their issue. And I think the thing I try to always remember is I know who I am, I know the work that I'm doing, and you just kind of have to overcome that stuff. And those specific examples are sometimes an overarching thing you can feel as a woman in this industry. That being said, I work with tremendous people. My colleagues on the 49ers beat are so supportive, and things are changing. But I would say that those little things are symptomatic of a much bigger issue.
Yeah.
But it's just how you kind of reframe and work through it.
So about your support system, what's your favorite thing about it? What do they do for you that really lifts you up? What's empowering about them?
Well, first of all, the colleagues on the 49ers beat are just great. The men, the women, we really support each other, and we're helpful to each other, and that is great to feel. I have a tremendous family and friends who are paying close attention to everything I do in a very good way. I'm able to call my dad for anything in terms of I need advice or I need a perspective, and he is very good at, of course, being a dad, but also taking himself out of that role and giving me a perspective that isn't so dad-focused, which you need. You need that. So I'm very lucky to have that support system and to kind of know no matter what, at the end of the day, I have two great parents who support me, and how lucky I am for that.
It really does matter. It all comes down to the bare bones of your support system. What lights your everyday flame?
Ooh, what a great question. I love that. What might use that? What lights my everyday flame? I used to say lucky, and a friend of mine said, no, blessed, not lucky. I feel very blessed to do what I do. This is a great job. It is a job. It is a lot of work. What you see is not the amount of work that went into everything you see. But I get to cover sports for a living. I get to stand on sidelines. I'm in football stadiums every week. I'm here at Radio Row doing these interviews. And I think, and I created it. And I think that's the thing that kind of lights my flame. Like, it's Tracy for Fangirl Sports Network. And I don't really know of anyone else who kind of has that right now. And it's something I created from scratch and an idea I came up with and built. And there's something really special about that.
Has there been like a moment where you kind of are covering a game and you take a step back and kind of see the bigger picture and you're like, wow, like I'm really doing this? Like any like kind of surreal moment?
I think the biggest one was the first Super Bowl I covered in 2019. Every time I talk about this, I get emotional. It's the weirdest thing. You'd think I would talk about a lot, but I remember waking up that morning and thinking like, my 11-year-old, what is wrong with me? My 11-year-old self would pass out. And I think that was like, because my 11-year-old self loved the 49ers more than anything. And to think that I got to do that, that was pretty cool. And again, because I built it. I think that was my big one.
If you were to give little 11-year-old Tracy any advice, what would you give her?
Know your worth. Trust your instincts. Trust yourself. You do know. And I think that would be the big one. And know your worth and know you belong. Because I think that's a hard thing for women in any industry. I think it's very hard for women not to say sorry and not to feel some level of imposter syndrome. And there's no need for that.
So I read that you were a University of Michigan alumni.
Yes, go Blue!
Yes, one of my
Michigan
friends.
football fan.
Oh, yes, amazing.
In there.
Knew I liked you from the get-go.
Let's go.
One of my friends is actually playing D1 hockey there right now.
Oh, amazing. They're like number one in the country.
If you were to give any D1 athlete, specifically shout out Hannah Weinman, D1 hockey players, any advice, what would you give them, especially in like very, very busy industry?
D1 athletes?
Yes, D1 athletes.
Female specifically? Or
female specifically.
Okay. That's a very good question. Let me think on that for a second. I think it's kind of similar to what I said. You belong. And I think things are certainly getting better. And women's college basketball is risen. And I think a rising tide lifts all boats. And so it's helping women's sports generally. And so I think it's amazing. And the WNBA. But knowing you belong. And even if sometimes the men's sports are getting more attention, that doesn't make your sport less important, doesn't make the work you do less important or less hard. And just kind of the same thing. Keep trucking. Know you belong. Know your worth. And also, don't be afraid to brag about yourself. There's a difference between being obnoxious and being proud and bragging about yourself. And I think women have a harder time with that. So post everything you're doing. Tell everybody the things you're doing. Because men do. No offense.
I just want to say it's like truly a privilege to be on air with both of you guys right now. It's National Women in Sports Day, so
Sports Day. Boom.
Yeah, so just to be on this interview with you guys and the fact that you guys are here
Thanks, Ryan.
doing this, it's pretty amazing.
Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you very much.
Happy Women in Sports Day.
Happy Women in Sports Day.
Woman to woman.
Absolutely. I love it.
Love it. What is your message to young women, either already in this line of work or really, really trying to get into this line of work?
Let your work speak for itself, because you're going to come against people, and this is true of a lot of industries, but you will come up against people who may tell you you've been hired for decoration, you really don't deserve to be here. Let your work speak for itself, because if you do the work, if you're prepared, if you know what you're talking about, that's always going to win over any other mindsets.
Straight from Tracy here on WSBU 88.3 FM, The Buzz, the Sideline Buzz. Thank you so much, Tracy.
Absolutely.
This
Thank you
was
for
awesome.
having me.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks
you
for coming
so much.
on.
Of course. Thank you.
Welcome back to the Sideline Buzz here on WSBU 88.3 FM, The Buzz. My name is Connor Amendola. I'm joined by James Derrick, and we have a really special interview. Go ahead and introduce yourself for us.
Sorry, I cannot hear you at all.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Go ahead and introduce yourself for us.
Okay, hi. My call sign is Glee. I'm a B-1 pilot at Ellsworth Air Force Base, and I'm here for the Super Bowl flyover.
Lee, thank you for joining us. So I want to start with how you got into being a flyover pilot.
Yeah,
being a part of
so
this.
obviously I did all the like necessary hoops, right, to pass Air Force pilot training, and then I've been flying the B1 at Ellsworth for about 3 years now, and I was just picked by our command team to come out here and represent for the Air Force in Ellsworth.
Yeah, so just one interesting thing I definitely want to get out of the way because I feel like this is something me and Connor talked about before doing this interview. You know, you fly these insane planes, right? But I just want to gauge, like, do you have like a biggest fear? You know, it's like something that I think a lot of people would consider very scary, frightening. But, you know, do you have a fear outside of that?
Yeah, so that's a good question. I think I'm a pretty big control freak, so anything I can control. So I would say we live in the Black Hills, right? So in this giant national forest, and I spend a lot of time hiking and kind of out in nature. I am always terrified of either a bear or mountain lion, right? Something I can't control just sneaking up on me. So that's probably my biggest fear.
Okay, so not like just spiders or something like that?
No, I was just telling him actually, I said I would say spiders, but I've been bit by a poisonous spider like 4 times. So I've been there, done that. I'm no longer afraid of them. So
Gotcha.
yeah.
So this is, it's really special to have a flyover happen for the Super Bowl. How does it feel to have that sort of connection between the services and the NFL?
Yeah, I think it's this really awesome kind of demonstration of what we're able to do as this joint force. A lot of times flyovers are usually just one branch of service. So I think it's a really good testament to what we do when we're actually downrange employing in our weapon systems. We're integrating, with other forces, with the Navy. We're working on timing, being on time over target. So I think this is, to people it just seems like this kind of show of air power, but it's also a really good demonstration of how hard I think we have to work every day at our jobs.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure to some people, it seems like a random connection. The Super Bowl, the flyover. I mean, do you have any theories? Do you know for sure? Like, what is the connection between the NFL and the military, stuff like that?
I mean, football is just inherently American, right? It's that to me, I was born and raised in Texas. Football is everything. And I think, especially with this being the 250th year, right, of America's anniversary, I think that it's this really cool connection of something ultra-American with also the things that are ultra-American, right? Our armed forces and the reason that, America exists as a country and can stand on our fundamentals as a country as well.
Talking about that connection piece, do you really see any similarities between your experiences in the services and kind of what NFL athletes go through?
Yeah, I think so. Our job is physically demanding in really different ways. So, for example, the B1 will fly anywhere from 20 to 30-hour sorties, and we don't have augmented crews, so it's just us in the cockpit in our seats for 20 to 30 hours. So we do have to obviously be physically fit, take care of ourselves, and I think for us, it's a lot of prep work behind the scenes, right? So kind of comparable to them watching footage after games. We have to study a lot and understand our expectation and then our expectation of ourselves and of other people and what we expect in theater, especially to build a really good situational awareness picture, right? So like play calling, like I have to be really informed on the things that are a threat to me or that I am expected to be executing in order to accomplish a mission.
Yeah, I mean, you touched on like it's a physically demanding job. What's part of the training that goes into that? I mean, you touched on mentally and physically as well.
Right. So I guess the physical part of it is really just taking care of yourself. So we're sitting on an ejection seat for a full day at a time, right? Our physical fitness is kind of on us as an onus, but we do have standards that we're expected to maintain. But for the mental part of it, like I said, it's really just staying engaged and reminding yourself, hey, I'm flying an airplane and I'm expected to execute this mission and not just kind of slacking off in cruise and making sure that we're checking everything we're supposed to and everything's working the way it's supposed to.
We talked a bit about that connection, but I want to ask if you were on the NFL field, is there a position you see yourself the most in? Is it quarterback? Is it wide out? Are you a line person?
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to be lame. I'm going to say probably a kicker because the bomber mission is so dependent on other people doing their jobs and getting us to be able to execute our mission. So, for example, we usually send all of our fighters out first, and then the bomber flows into the mission. So I would say we need everyone else to do their job to be able for us to execute our job. So I would probably say kicker, as lame as that is. I'm going to get ripped to shreds for that one, but I think it is truly the most accurate, yeah.
So, I mean, you say kicker. It's also like they take the most heat, the kicker does.
Yes.
They miss the kick. It's like, what the heck? You know, do you feel like it's kind of the same position that you're in?
Yes, absolutely. So the B1 carries the biggest loadout in the Department of War. So we have typically the most things that we need to strike, and because we have the most things, we also have the most room for error. So yes, I do think we tend to take the most heat if things go awry because there's a lot expected of us.
And do you think, like, I mean, often sometimes it's unfair, you know? It's like, you know, someone else doesn't quite, you know, the snap isn't the greatest, right?
Sure.
Someone else maybe doesn't quite do their job. Do you think that most of the blame is still placed on you guys, maybe unfairly sometimes too?
Maybe at times. I think the beauty of the B1 is that we have 4 people on our aircraft, so we have 4 minds kind of getting on one shared mental model to execute. So I think a lot is expected, but I think we also have a lot of really smart people that usually are pretty good at their job. So.
Yeah.
Well, the good news is you're not, from Buffalo. We have a bit of a history of missed kicks costing us
Oh
big
yeah.
games. But it's what would you? Is there something you would say to someone considering joining, or I know a lot of us have like brothers and sisters.
Mm-hmm.
Something you would say to kind of urge them, maybe not just to join, but in anything. I mean, you're under a lot of pressure flying these missions. It'll be a lot of pressure to get things right for the Super Bowl. What would you say to someone kind of in that kind of a place?
Yeah, I would say, go for it. I have always felt underqualified or like unprepared to do anything that's been asked of me, but I have always had really incredible training and expectations set for me that I've always been able to meet the things. Like when I started pilot training, I was like, there's no way I can do this, right? And I had a lot of instructors that really believed in me, and I put in the work to do it, and I've been really blessed with really cool opportunities. So if there's something you want, whether it's joining the armed forces or any goal you want to achieve, just go for it.
I mean, you also mentioned, sometimes even when something goes wrong, like that doesn't usually happen because you have 4 great minds,
Right.
working together. Do you feel like, I mean, it's also very stressful too. Do you feel like you build that community within? Like, are you guys very close?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I think that's something really special about the unit that I'm currently in. We're all really close. We hang out outside of work.
Gotcha.
And I think just given the nature of the things that we do, it's important that you understand people outside of just a coworker perspective. And we've always been really lucky in the unit that I'm a part of to have that.
What's kind of that? You talk about like you hang out of work, but like how is that bonding process of really like getting to know your crew inside out, and how does that inform your kind of team dynamic?
Yeah, so sometimes it's, you bond through things that aren't the greatest, right? So, weather is bad and you can't go fly, and that's a bummer because you just spent all this time mission planning a sortie or something. I think it's the shared goal of kind of what we are always preparing to go do and understanding that these are people that I'm potentially going to go fly in combat with, right? And I want to fundamentally understand them, and I want to know that I can trust them and rely on them. And every day when we go fly training sorties, we execute like we're flying in combat, and we come back and we'll talk about it for hours at a time. And I think that builds the confidence. And I think another part is being humble. So when things don't go well in training sorties, we come back and we debrief it and we talk about it. And you have to own your mistakes. And when people are really forthcoming with their mistakes and their shortcomings, I think it builds a lot more trust in people of, okay, this person understands and they are going to be better for it because we talked about it and now we learned all together how to do this better.
Yeah, like, the mentality of, don't want to let anyone down, kind of push each other.
Exactly.
To be
Yeah,
better.
the iron sharpens iron, right? Yeah.
Mentally,
Sorry, Connor, go ahead.
mentally, how do you get yourself ready to do something like a Super Bowl flyover?
Again, I think that's just a lot of training, a lot of being prepared for us. I know we're going to spend a whole day mission planning the flyover, and that's, just the B1 side of it, coordinating with all the other players. We obviously trust everybody on the ground to have the timing right and do everything perfectly. And then briefing it, so we'll brief for probably about 2 hours, and it's every little last detail. If this happens, then we're going to do this. If this goes wrong, we're going to execute this COA. So it is just looking at something from every single perspective, and if something goes wrong, how am I going to counteract it, and how am I going to keep all these aircraft involved on the same page of executing that flyover?
Okay, so not to get totally off topic, but this is just something I was wondering, you spend a lot of time training, making sure you're mentally sharp, physically sharp. What do you do to decompress? Is there like, do you watch
Yeah.
TV, read a book, and if so, what's your favorite kind of?
Yeah, I have a lot of grandma hobbies, which is not a cool answer, but I love to read. I love fiction specifically. I've also taken up needle pointing, and I've always been big into just like crafting in general, but For me, I just like to go home and spend time with my family and decompress. I also really like to cook, so for me, going home and cooking a really great meal for my family.
What's like your
and
favorite?
My favorite thing to cook? Oh my gosh, I love Korean food. My mom's Korean, so yeah, any Korean food, like specifically Korean street food, I love. Yeah.
When you're doing a flyover, and especially a longer one, you said you're in the chair 20, 30 hours, how do you keep yourself focused on that task at hand when it is pretty easy to 15 hours in say, okay, we're probably pretty good, I can, pump the brakes a little bit.
Sure.
But how do you keep yourself sharpened and ready to go?
Yeah, so good question. I think our sorties are a lot busier than people think they are. So I talked about we're flying for 20 to 30 hours, but every hour to 2 hours, I have something else going on. I either am integrating with somebody or I'm flying air refueling, which is always kind of this significant emotional event, right? Like I'm about to fly 10 feet away from another airplane and they're going to put gas in my airplane while I'm flying it. So the other thing for us is we fly with our helmets and our headsets, and this sounds dumb, but when we fly AR, we have air refueling, we have to wear our helmets. So we're switching from our helmets to our headsets pretty frequently. And to me, it's like when I put my helmet on, it's like, all right, game on. I'm either dropping weapons, I'm flying air refueling, but if I have my headset on, it's kind of our time to chill and relax a little bit. But yeah, every hour to 2 hours, you've got something going on. So you're pretty busy. There's not really a whole lot of loiter time.
That's it for me. Yeah.
It sounds pretty similar to a little bit of how we have to operate down here,
Yeah, your schedule's packed.
It seems like, it's just, you're doing a radio show, but we get to record a segment, we got to produce it, we get other people walking around, we do interviews, we have to splice it in, and we got to send it back home so we can air live on the station.
Yes, yeah. All people see is the finished, polished product, right? They don't see all the prep work that goes into it. They don't see all the editing. Yeah, exact same, for sure.
The last thing I want to ask, is what lessons can a team like us or any team really take from what you do?
Yeah, I think where the Air Force and the Navy, both flying-wise, really make their money, like I said, is that debrief portion. We come back, we talk about every single thing that happened. We talked about what we did incorrectly, how we do it correctly, how we improve it, and then we will sit down with our units and we'll talk. So for us, we have a mass brief where we all sit down and it's, I flew this week and this is what didn't go well and this is how we're going to fix it, and it makes everybody in that room better. So I think always those lessons learned and then improving upon those lessons learned.
Awesome.
Thank you for joining us, Glee. It's been
You are listening to WSBU 88.3 The Buzz straight from San Francisco Super Bowl 60 Radio Row. This is the Sideline Buzz, and today we are here with Robert Davari. How are you doing today?
Good. Thanks for having me.
Of course, yes. So you're the big Super Bowl party guy. Everybody knows it. There's a buzz about your name, and it's just Super Bowl party is the first thing that we think of. What is the most fun aspect about these parties that's unique about your specific parties that nobody else can offer?
I mean, I think the ones that we're doing are the largest in scale. Like the ones we're doing at Pure 80 are 25,000 people. They're just absolutely massive. And they're quite elevated. They're VIP. There's like bottle service. Shaq's Funhouse has all you can eat food and circus attractions. So they're these spectacle events that you don't get normally in a city unless something like a Super Bowl comes in.
Wow, that's incredible.
What's sort of the impact? I mean, the Super Bowl, it's not just the game anymore. It was the game maybe 20 years ago, but now it's everything around the game. It's the media row, it's the celebrities that are there. What's the impact of hosting these high-octane VIP experiences?
I mean, look, for us as a company, just being affiliated with the NFL, the Super Bowl, these big parties, having presence here is critical, especially such high visibility presence. But I think for the Super Bowl to have events like this, it enriches the overall experience, like you're saying. A lot of entertaining is done at these events, a lot of celebrities and media and all that kind of stuff. So outside of things like Media Row, it's just another layer of interaction that's really critical.
What have you done possibly, what are you going to do possibly this year that's different from years past with these parties?
With these particular events?
Yes.
I mean, from a technological perspective, we've introduced the ability to actually build a 3D map and pick your table and kind of experience these events a little bit more. So that's brand new. We now, if you go to the Calvin Harris event, that's sold out. We have our own resale platform built in now, so that's sold out. But now there's a vibrant resale system which allows us to verify, make sure the right people get in, and put tickets in the hands of real fans.
Yeah.
Speaking of tickets, it's always a piece of conversation that comes up every year is, people want to go to the Super Bowl, but costs are going up. Are these parties, part of the reason that Super Bowl tickets are so expensive because of that experience around the game?
I mean, look, I can't speak to that. I mean, there is a supply and demand thing with the Super Bowl. You know, experiences in general, especially luxury experiences, are just a very highly fast growth sector in all of entertainment. It's a limited quantity. A lot of people want it, and especially at the high end, people are willing to pay for experiences now. But I will say this: it doesn't hurt when you could also do really cool stuff around it to increase the demand for the event.
Yeah, yeah. Who has been the most fun person to work with? What has been the funnest environment, the most fun person to work with when organizing these events?
That's a really good question. I mean, so first of all, we don't organize the events; we facilitate them, right? So, like, you know, there's incredible companies like Media America, there's SI Sports Social. We've been working with them forever. They're the biggest in the business.
Gotcha.
Our partners here, NPU, that are hosting at Pier 80, they're the ones that are really curating the Complex magazine. We're doing the family, the food fest with those guys. They're the ones that are really putting the events together. But I mean, I'd say all of them. You know, we have really phenomenal partners on the other side that conceptualize incredible things, and we're here to help facilitate making sure the fan gets to them in a very easy and fair way.
Gotcha.
Who would you say is your target audience when it comes to these kind of events? Is it people who are already established in that VIP space, people who are trying to break in? Is it people coming to this area for the game?
I mean, you see a mix. So first of all, when these events come into town, the locals are a large majority of it, right? Because they now get to participate in these events that aren't normally in town. Like Shaq's Funhouse only happens around the Super Bowl, so you can only experience it if it comes to your town. And it's a very unique type of event, again, or like the SI party or Guy Fieri's Flavor Town events, stuff like that. But then you also are getting, you know, the range, right? So at the high end, you're getting, again, like the VIPs, the team players are coming and stuff like that. So it really is a wide range. The volume-wise, though, you're good for the events that we do. You are going to see a lot of local population.
What has been your most successful event, and what about that event made it so successful?
This weekend?
Just in general.
In general, wow. I mean, we do a lot of really good ones. I mean, look, just top of mind, this Calvin Harris event we're doing this weekend. You know, there's over 20,000 tickets sold, vibrant resale market, tables sold out. It is sold out a while back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, an artist of his caliber that doesn't play that often, coming and doing an event where you now have, you know, combination of megastar plus mega event, that creates something really, really special.
It really does.
What are some of the challenges that a lot of people, you know, wouldn't think of when it comes to facilitating events like this?
I mean, execution, right, is very, very challenging on both sides. I mean, the producers of the events bear the brunt of it. I went and toured last night the Pier 80 event with the NPU team, and I mean, just the amount of work they're putting in building rafters, and again, it's 20,000 plus people in a 200,000 square foot venue. That's used to be like a military paddock or something like that. Is really, really remarkable. And then coordinating all these layers of people. You know, when you have high-profile people at the Super Bowl, which is kind of rare to have at a normal event, you have to elevate security, elevate ingress, stuff like
Absolutely.
that for them specifically. And then on our end, you know, anytime you have something that's really high demand and high volume, then you have to step up from a technological perspective, make sure you handle that elegantly.
Yeah, absolutely. With these high-profile events, who has been the most interesting surprise guest at these events?
You know, I really like Shaq.
Shaq. I kind of had a feeling.
No, Shaq is awesome. You know, I've been going to Shaq's Funhouse for years. He's such a big personality. I mean, he's a big dude.
Yeah.
And he literally, you'll see him walking around, you can't miss him. Like, he's at the actual event, so anybody that goes will see him. And then he DJs. He's DJ Diesel. He does, like, hard drum and bass stuff. He tours.
Wow.
And he's an actual DJ, and he's quite good, and
All right.
he books out and stuff like that. Yeah, so he's a really interesting guy, and he's very fun.
No, as a music director here and also, like, in the sports industry, we're obviously here broadcasting from the Super Bowl. It's really, really powerful and cool when you hear that, like, these athletes dabble in DJing and stuff like that.
It's
I'm
really,
jazzed about
really
that.
cool.
How would you say that your events kind of build that fan experience around the Super Bowl?
I mean, look, if you're here and you're looking for things to do, you got to consider these events as part of your schedule, right? Everybody wants to go. You know, I've been on Radio Row and everyone's asking me to, like, go to the events. I mean, they're very much definitely things people want to do. Because you have the private parties that are usually smaller and very networking events and stuff like that that the public doesn't have access to. But these are just fun, you know, so
yeah.
definitely elevates that overall experience.
I'm just curious. There's so many complex things that go into these events. How do you get into this industry? Can you share a moment that you were like, aha, this is what I want to do?
Yeah, I mean, look, I started Tixer as a fan. I wanted a better experience. I felt the experiences that were out there from the technology were outdated. So we wanted to create something, modern and fresh that we would want to use, right? Which is the way a lot of entrepreneurs get started. And we always wanted to do the highest end, premium, big things. So it was vision, right? As a manifestation of that, as being at the Super Bowl and doing these really large events.
So, as somebody who is very heavily in this music industry, I have to ask you, what's on your playlist right now?
Oh, what's on my playlist?
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm all over the place. I'm a big music guy, right? I was listening to Ozzy Osbourne yesterday.
Nice.
They did the tribute to him at the Grammys. So I was kind of digging deep in his catalog. Some 90s dance, because I'm from the Bay Area and we used to listen to that a lot here. I got some hip hop in there. What I probably listen to the most these days is like Tame Impala and like kind of more dancey pop stuff. I really like that kind of stuff.
That's awesome. That seriously
You talk
is
about
awesome.
vision, you talk about manifestation. What's that journey been like for Tixer to really get to that high end point?
I mean, it's a long journey, right? To what people don't often understand about ticketing is how complex it actually is, which is why you see so many failures in the press and stuff like that, and challenges in general. It's a tough thing to build, and it just takes time, right? We've been at this for a decade plus. So just having the patience and resilience to keep building and building and building and fine-tuning and perfecting a product over the course of a decade plus is quite the journey.
Well, I believe that is all that we have for you today.
Right.
All right, well, thank you so much for coming. It was really nice to meet you. Thank you for offering all of your insight and
course.
really just painting this picture for us. We
Cool.
really appreciate it.
Thank you
Thank
for
you
having
for
me.
joining us, and thank you for watching and listening to the Sideline Buzz on WSBU 88.3 FM, The Buzz.
Welcome back to the Sideline Buzz here on WSBU 88.3 FM. The Buzz, Ryan Adio, alongside Lily Goodman. And I'm sorry, say your name one more time for me.
Amber Clark Robinson.
Amber Clark Robinson. We got it this time. Would you mind just introducing yourself really quick?
Yes, I'm Amber Clark Robinson, and I am the safety for the Team USA women's flag football team.
That's awesome. So how did you get to this point? What kind of started your career?
I grew up playing a million sports. I played basketball, volleyball, I ran track, softball, like literally just about anything under the sun I could play, other than soccer. It's a different
Really?
story,
Okay.
but every other sport I think I did pretty well at. And then I ended up playing basketball, volleyball, and I ran track in high school. And then I went to UNC Chapel Hill for track in college. And then after I graduated, about a year, I just needed more. I needed that athleticism. I needed that competitive nature again because I just grew up with it my whole life.
Yeah.
And I ended up finding a tackle team in Atlanta. So I played that for about 4 years, and then COVID hit, so I couldn't play that anymore. But a few girls from the league introduced me to flag, and I just found it, and I've stuck with it ever since.
Yeah, it's awesome. So you went from tackle to flag. Did you prefer one over the other?
I don't. They're so different of a game. Tackle is so much about like power and strength and, being very physical. And I think the game of flag is just very technical.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fundamental things that you have to learn because you can't throw your body weight around. You can't just overpower somebody, grab somebody, and throw them to the ground. You have to pull a flag. You have to make sure you break down. It's literally all feet and hands,
Right, yeah.
honestly. So they're both just so different, and I love them both the same.
Yeah.
Can you walk me through the moment where you were like, flag football, this is exactly what I'm supposed to do, and I know I'm good at it?
Honestly, the moment I stepped on the field. Like I said, because I was already playing tackle football, flag was just a different game for me, but in the same way. It still offered the feel of football for me, and I've always wanted to play football, so it gave me that outlet. Honestly, though, the first 2 tournaments I played in, I was actually really bad. I couldn't pull a flag. I was
All right.
flag guarding. I had like a whole bunch of tackle mindset things going on, but I was able to finally like flush through it after a while when I got comfortable. I definitely started enjoying it and started finding my space out there.
So how do you feel about the development of flag football the last, let's say 5 or 10 years? I feel like it's really gone very far.
Well, I've honestly only been in flag for going on 6 years, so I've seen the growth in these last few years from where in 2020 it was just kind of like a lot of weekend ball, and you see the same people at the same tournaments, and you just kind of hang out and you just have a good time.
Right.
And then I've seen it grow. I became a college coach in 23.
Yeah.
So I was coaching at the NAIA level, and that was super awesome to see that was the first place that girls can go and get a collegiate scholarship to play flag at the highest level. And then now I just started working for a Division II school in Michigan. So
Nice.
just being able to see that the growth of the game on both sides, like just kind of recreationally and then also nationally and then just collegiately, it has been just an amazing thing to see.
Yeah, absolutely.
How is your team camaraderie different than a perhaps regular old football team?
Honestly, every team I've been a part of has been really close, but this team is just different. You know what I mean? We in a group chat, we text literally just about every day, if not every day,
Awesome.
about just any and everything, just random stuff that happens. Something big happens for our teammate, we put it in the group chat and we support them, and we just make sure that we know that we're our biggest cheerleaders at the end of the day because, like I said, this game only moves with the people that are trying to push it and the people that believe in the game. And if we believe in it more than anybody, then I believe we can grow it to a highest rate.
Yeah. So how do you and your team overcome challenges together?
We honestly just lean on each other. Honestly, when we're very transparent with each other, from the coaches to the players, when things are happening, when people are feeling a certain way, you know, just like mentally, like not something in the team, but just like for themselves personally. We talk about it. We encourage each other. We kind of talk through each other. We side text each other just to make sure that we know, like, if you don't want to put your business out in the group chat, like, you have somebody to still talk
yeah.
to. So, like I said, it's just, I think just the trust we've built in each other, it's just amazing. And it's something that I hope for every team to have.
Where do you see the sport of flag football developing in, let's say, 10 years down the line?
Who knows? Like,
Right.
who would have thought that we'd be here in this
It's a tough
moment right
question.
now?
I know, I'm
right?
sorry.
It's no. It's fine. I love the question. It's not that. It's just like you just never know.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
literally never know because who would have thought 5 years ago this would be this? Who would have thought
Exactly.
in 2015 and
Yeah.
2020 that they would have flag at the collegiate level? Who would have thought 3 years ago we would have the Olympics? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And things like that. So it's like it's such a surprise every single time something happens, and it's just great to be a part of. Like, the unknown is sometimes scary, but sometimes can also be so beautiful, you know?
Absolutely, yeah.
How young were you when you discovered flag football?
Honestly, I didn't find flag football until I was an adult. So in 2020, how old was I? That was 6 years ago. I was 26. So I found it in my adult life. And like I said, I kind of knew about it here and there, but I didn't know about it at the competitive stage until really I turned 26. But I never played it. Growing up, the most flag football I played was powder puff in high school.
Yeah, right,
but
right.
that's
Love
the
it.
closest I got to flag football.
All right, this is a tough question, but
Okay.
what do you think was the most challenging part of your career so far?
Honestly, I think to make the team first because I didn't make it the first 2 years I tried out. And I originally tried out in 21, and I didn't make the team until 23. So just continue to have that belief in myself and knowing that, it's tough right now. It's not your time, but not now doesn't mean not ever. You know what I mean? So continue to believe in yourself, continue to push. And I think that was my biggest struggle at first. It was like that imposter syndrome of like, do I belong here?
Yeah.
Am I good enough to play on this team? But like I said, when I made it, it was just like, all right, you have a sense of belief now. You have a sense of belonging.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's just something beautiful to be a part of.
And then in 23, you guys win the championship,
Yes.
correct? And you had the game-sealing
Yes.
interception. Like, what's going through your mind? That's got to be an amazing feeling.
Honestly, I think I just blacked out. Like, I literally almost passed out from screaming so hard. Like, if you see
Oh my
in my
goodness.
neck, like, I was literally screaming so hard.
That's so
I
fun.
stood up. I got
So good.
lightheaded. And
So
it was
good.
a lot of emotions. I was like, I did my head down like this. People thought I was,
Right.
like, celebrating it, but it was like, no. I was like, oh, man, I'm about to get a flag because I threw the ball down.
Yeah, right,
But,
right.
like, it was so many different emotions, and it was cool because it was, like, in my home state. So I
Yeah.
had tons of family,
That's
tons of friends. Like, my husband, my now husband, he was my my boyfriend then, but his family was there. His friends
That's
even
great.
showed up.
Yeah.
So it was just like super cool to have just so many people supporting you and that comfortable space to say that, hey, I'm home. Like, so there's no sense of worry. There's no sense of like nervousness. I mean,
Yeah.
there is, but it's also like that sense of comfortability because
Right.
you have people to lean on in those moments.
Absolutely.
What was the most empowering thing about your career?
Say it again.
What was the most empowering thing about your career?
Honestly, just moments like this. Moments of being able to bring visibility to the sport and show representation, especially as a black woman in the sport. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not trying to get political, but as a
No,
black woman
yeah.
in the sport, you know, it's just good to see that somebody is as successful as they are doing something that you love to see. So just being that for those little black and brown girls and
Yeah.
showing them like, hey, you can see yourself through me because I was y'all at one point.
That's awesome. Obviously, we're a radio station. Most of us are journalism students. How do you feel about the coverage of your sport specifically and also just women's sports in general?
I definitely think it's getting better.
Yeah.
I definitely believe it's getting better. At first, you know, it was kind of like, in the back burner and everything. But I believe as the sport begins to take off and so many great opportunities and things are coming from it, I believe that it's starting to take spotlight. And it's amazing to see because this is really a great game with really great athletes.
Yeah.
And I'm glad the world is finally getting a chance to see that.
Absolutely, yeah.
So, if you were to tell your younger self one thing, what would you tell her?
No dream is too crazy. Dream as big as you want, as loud as you want. You think it may not be for you, but I promise you, there's something coming in the end for that.
So obviously now flag football being an Olympic sport, I mean, how does that just bring so many different eyes to the sport?
I think it brings tons of eyes, and I think it brings really good publicity to the game. Like I said, it's a growing game. It changes, ever changing with the states that open up, with the schools that open up. So being able to have people see the competitive nature of the game, because they think it's flag, it's not tackle, it's not as fun, it's not as important as tackle, but now that they're starting to see, like, hey, like, there's some really good athletes, it's a really good game if you take a chance to sit down and watch it, so it's really cool to let the world, like, in on our world in a way.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really pretty, yeah.
I got one more question
Okay.
for you. Obviously, Super Bowl coming up.
Yep.
Seahawks, Patriots, what's your final score prediction?
I'm
putting you on the spot, I'm sorry.
I know, that's tough, Honestly, like, I watch football, but I don't really choose teams, and I
Okay,
don't really
all
pay
right.
attention to, like, the scores.
That's fair.
I just hope for a good game.
Yeah,
I don't really want
I
a blowout. I don't really want something that's going to be over in the first half. Like, I want it to be very enjoyable. I like free football.
Yeah.
So I like going into overtime, you know what I mean? Anytime I get free football, I'm like, yes,
Right.
free football.
More football, the better. I
Yes,
agree.
so I'm just hoping that maybe we get free football, or maybe, it just goes down to the wire and they compete all the way to the last time.
Yeah, I hope so too. I agree.
Yeah.
But
I
thank
have-
you so much.
I have one more question.
question?
One more question. I just thought of one. I'm music director here. I gotta know, what is on your warm-up playlist?
That's funny you asked that. I am a very R&B, neo soul type of
Ooh,
girl. Like, I like
yes.
to calm the mind and the vibe. I don't like to be like rah rah, like, amped up in the head, like here and there. But definitely right before the game, I definitely love to mellow down and just like calm yourself and just start getting in that mindset of like visualizing yourself. And I just think sometimes that rah rah just begins to like clutter your brain. And,
Yeah, it gets noisy.
Definitely, I may look like I'm like very intense in the warm up, but I'm having R&B like singing to my soul in my ears.
That's awesome.
Love it.
Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Yes,
We
thank
really
you.
appreciate it.
Sure.
This was the Sideline Buzz. You're listening to WSBU 88.3 FM, The Buzz.
Thank you.
From the Moscone Center in San Francisco, California, this is the Sideline Buzz. You're listening to WSBU 88.3 FM, The Buzz. And my name is Connor Amendola. I am joined by Ryan Adio, James Derrick, Austin Townley, Lily Goodman, and a guy who beat me 14-0 at Madden last night, Ryan Lombardi.
That is me.
Wow.
That is me.
You put up 0 points in Madden?
I have not played Madden.
Madden.
I haven't played Madden in 10 years,
I intercepted the ball like 3 times and
multiple
forced a
times.
fumble.
And
Embarrassing.
I do need to say, Lombo, like, picks the play and then does all this weird formation. I'm like, I don't know what he's doing.
Audibles?
It's like you're playing me at Madden almost, too. I'm atrocious at Madden
I'm
as well,
so bad
Connor.
at
I'm there with you, bro. James literally beats me by 50 every time.
Connor on the first possession of the game threw into quadruple coverage, and I knew I was going to win that game.
Yeah, no.
immediately.
You just let me know when and where. But also, you
I
put
will
up.
say-
You only put up 14 points.
It was 2-minute quarters.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it was like,
All right.
yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, the odds are kind of stacked against me, and I wanted to run up the scoreboard, but was unable to do so.
I think the last time I played Madden was Madden 12.
Wow.
Like, on my Xbox 360, man.
It's Tom Brady on the
Madden's
cover.
come a long way.
Is Tom Brady on the
It's
cover of Madden
also-
12?
It's come a long way, but it also just isn't that good.
Ooh, was it
Who was on the cover of 12? Tom Brady, right?
Was it Brady?
Oh, no, that was 16. I'm thinking of
12?
Was it someone from the Cardinals, or am I thinking of the wrong Madden game?
Yeah, you might be right. I think it was
Yeah.
Palomalu and
Fitzgerald. Yeah, it was
that was
Pamela
Fitz.
Fitzgerald.
That's cool.
That was back in the
it was
Steelers.
either
Yeah.
11 or 12. I can't remember.
It was 11 or 12. That was like the last time I owned Madden.
Anyway,
But yeah, that happened last night.
that was fun.
It actually was enjoyable. Props to Ryan, way better at Madden than I am. But I had a good time.
Yeah, you let me know when and where, Ryan.
You'd probably give me the smoke.
I would. Anyway, so
Well, we got a great show for you here on the Sideline Buzz.
We have a lot of interviews.
We have a lot of cool interviews.
So many interviews all day long. Like, thank you guys so much for stopping by at
Yeah.
WSBU. If you're tuning in, thank you.
Yeah, if you're listening to this.
Thank you so much. We have really been incredibly
Who all
successful
of
with
you
this.
guys?
Who all did we have today? We had a
Dude.
lot.
We
You'd-
had
you'd be
so
here a while,
many
I'm
people,
not
and
gonna
there's even more people that schedule.
Yeah, that's a
Shows.
good point. I will say, I think James and I have a very good interview on this show.
Oh my gosh, she was awesome.
We talked to someone doing a flyover in a B1 for the Super Bowl, Kim, and it was one of the best interviews.
She was so nice.
We got her
So
number.
nice.
She's our best friend.
We're best friends now.
We're all yep.
But it was
best
a
friends with Kim.
really informative interview. You're gonna want to hear it here on the Sideline Buzz.
I'm pretty mad I didn't hear that interview. I don't know what I was
She was
doing. but-
great.
oh, was that when I was talking to
Yeah, it was.
Portnoy?
No. This
He
was
just
later.
wanted
This
to
was
tell
later
everybody
on.
he talked to
She hung
Portnoy.
around for a bit too. She was chatting it up with us way before her interview as well. Like I can't believe
Yeah.
you just missed her.
No, I didn't want to plug. I was talking to Portnoy. I was just trying to think of where I was.
Dude, he low-key clowned you.
What?
I said Portnoy low-key clowned you.
Yeah, I
did
know.
low-key clown you.
I'm not gonna say anything on that.
No chance of a Bonnie's game.
But
no chance.
It's okay.
Yeah.
He's probably better for it.
Like,
if he's
shut up, dude.
all right. Well, if we're gonna do that, Portnoy, you were a jerk, bro. Like, I'm not gonna cap you. You were actually like pretty rude, man. I don't know what it was. You don't like the Bonnies. You could have been like,
Okay,
yeah,
well, I
maybe.
know-
Bro just
no-
said no
nothing
chance.
against-
I probably
No
shouldn't
chance.
say this.
I'm gonna ditto you on whatever you say because I agree.
I'm probably shouldn't say this, but anybody else at Barstool, if they were here, I would be
like Big Cat. You would
ecstatic.
love Big
Oh my
Cat.
God.
You love Big Cat.
Big Cat, PFT, Hank, any of those guys. Even Danny Conrad of the Yak. Like, there's so many people from Barstool that I genuinely think are just really cool, really good people.
Portnoy's not one of them.
I just think he's kind of a cornball.
And there's
He
also Dave
reminds me of
Portnoy.
Austin.
What? Okay.
I wouldn't say
You
it
got to
reminds
take
me
that
of
back
Austin.
right now.
Cornball of the week.
Yeah, I'll
play some games.
sure. I'm a cornball. Yeah,
we got
I am a
some games for
cornball.
this segment.
Listen,
Play some
Hold on,
games.
we got some games for this segment.
All right, yeah, let's
get
hop
into
the
that.
games.
Hop into the wavelength.
I'll just be
Austin,
quiet.
you're up.
I love
bro.
you.
Okay, so this is also the portion of the show. You want to turn your volume down? 5, 4, 3, 2. If you haven't turned your volume down,
Yeah, I think that's
sucks
good.
to suck.
That's good.
Hold on.
The
Let me
number-
see it again. Let me see it
The
again.
number is
James, go ahead or why don't you say it?
Number 9. The number is 9. Okay.
I think so.
okay.
Someone get him.
Mr. Townley.
Oh yeah.
Nobody wanted to let me know where you're going. Thanks.
So we did not pick the number 11. I'll tell you that.
Oh, that was gonna be actually my first guess.
And we also didn't pick the number 67. But anyways,
All right,
you're up. You're on the clock.
James. Phoenix Suns players
Phoenix Suns players
this season.
this season.
Yep.
Give me
This telltale sign right here.
give me Dylan Brooks.
Okay. It's a high number. All right, Ryan.
Yeah. Whoa.
Interviews we've had on the Super Bowl so far.
Interviews we've had. Honestly, got to go Aaron Coscarello.
That was a good one.
Yeah, it was a great interview today. It was
Okay,
aired on Young and Heard.
I'll give my gauge after I ask Ryan Adio. Ryan, I'm gonna ask you.
Not a food. Don't do food. He doesn't know anything about food.
Well, I was gonna go like types of
Types
chicken.
of milk. 1%.
Types
2%.
of chicken. Like grilled,
How many different
fried,
ways
chicken
chicken can
wings.
Why would you
Yeah,
ask him
yeah,
a food
yeah.
question?
Let's go with chicken nuggets.
Okay, I'm thinking a solid like 8 through 10 here. I think I'm thinking 8 right now. We haven't done the number 8, right?
I don't think we've
It
done
doesn't
it.
matter if we repeat.
That's
Well, I'm
true.
just saying maybe you guys trying to get a different number around here. I don't know.
We're gonna relish you.
All right, well, not relish. All right, Connor. Let's go with brands like athletic brands.
Athletic brands. Nike.
Okay, so I'm sitting at a 10. Lily, give me an artist.
An artist. Like you would like, or
Yeah,
okay.
she knows.
Comparable to Morgan Wallen in your eyes, Zach
So-
Bryan.
Okay. Oh, shit, I'm gonna go 9.
Bingo.
Let's go. I mean, Dylan Brooks having a phenomenal
Bang.
season.
Bingo.
You said chicken wings.
Chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets, that's the classic. He'll whip it out
dude.
almost
That was my
every
answer.
night.
That is a 10.
Your answer, that was a really good interview. I enjoyed that.
Yep.
Nike gave it away. And Zach Bryan, you said? That was good. I almost said 10, though.
Bang.
Because I think, did you say Morgan Wallen and Zach Bryan?
I said
Compared
comparable
to
because Morgan Wallen being
10.
a 10 in your
Good.
eyes.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Zach Bryan.
She's the reason I got it. Lily's literally the reason I got 9 because I would have said 10 leading all the way up until her. Her saying Zach Bryan, he is a tier below Morgan Wallen for me. So good job, Lily.
There we go.
Love it.
Let's transition to the draft, shall we?
Yeah, should we dive right into it?
Yeah, let's just do it, man. Let's just rip it.
We
Right
have
into
a
it.
little time. We could play one more wavelength if we wanted to.
Do we actually?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
All right.
Who has not gone yet?
I have not gone yet.
All right, Lily.
All right, Lily.
Close your eyes.
I'll do the volume thing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Turn your volume down.
You get it? Yeah, let's do it. Let's rip it.
Okay, people listening at home, we're going to go with the number 5. The number 5. Okay, Lily, we're ready.
All right.
Yeah.
I am going to toss it to Ryan Adio.
All right.
Types of milk.
Fruits.
Fruits. Yeah, I'm actually quite knowledgeable in this field,
Yeah, dude.
but this is a tough one for me. I'm gonna say a solid a pear. A pear.
How
Yeah.
did I have a feeling? Okay. Ryan Lombardi.
Yo.
Wash colors of khakis.
What?
You know, you get like a light khaki, you got your regular khaki.
That's a fire question.
really
Slightly darker khaki, and then a really, really dark, almost brown khaki.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to go with a light tan.
A light tan.
What you want? You want like the whole color number, like A?
Yeah, I don't know the color number.
If you want to provide
Let's
it,
get
yeah.
the code up here.
Like
Somebody
I'd be
someone
impressed
put
if
the
you
color-
knew that off the top.
Can we put the color code on screen in post?
I mean, I could just show you my pants, but it'd be really awkward. So.
I think Ryan's pants, that color.
Whatever color his pants are, can we get that color code on screen?
I mean, for radio people, you're
In
just,
my
you're just
opinion,
SOL.
You're gonna be guessing.
That's what I think.
You will have to watch the video to find out what the color it is.
All right. James. AFC tight ends.
AFC
That is a
tight
fire question.
ends.
Sorry.
That's a good question.
That's what I was thinking. I'm
Right?
so serious.
Right?
Yeah, but I don't know if that's too much. But I you know what? Wait, what about? Hold on.
Ooh.
Is that too?
It might be a little.
You know what? No, I'll go with it. Let's say.
Either or. You can't go wrong.
All right. This is tough.
I like to stump you.
I'm thinking, Hunter Henry.
Oh my gosh, that's
Oh.
literally what I was thinking. That's crazy.
All right.
That's a good one.
So
Cool guy, Hunter Henry.
I'm sitting at a 7 right now. Sitting at a 7 right now.
Okay.
Connor.
Okay.
Moments from the San Francisco trip that we all experienced together.
I know Connor's 10.
Last night, before we had any plans established.
Before we what?
Before we had any plans established.
Is this localized or is this purely just for you? Like, would you rate it or would I rate it, that number?
I'd say it's pretty localized.
Because I know Adio and I were like losing our minds at one point because we really, really wanted to go. So, no, honestly,
I have no comment.
going exploring last night.
What does that take you to?
All right, Austin Townley.
I hope we're on the money.
Yeah,
Can
Wait,
you
question.
think of a joke that was said during this trip? And you have to explain the joke, by the way.
That's a hard
If you
question.
say "and," I'm gonna be at a 10.
No,
actually,
that's a 10. The story behind and is we were driving past this little grocery shop on our way to Chinatown, and you know how like above each aisle there's like the names of what's in the aisle.
This is awesome.
So it's like carrots, peas, canned fruits and vegetables. Then the word "and" had its own row, and then it just kept going on. So go buy some and.
It broke me.
We were actually laughing about
got
this
some
for
"and." We've been
probably
looking for it
10 to 15 minutes. We're still
Yeah.
laughing about it today.
in the back of this poor guy's Uber.
I'm not gonna
He
lie.
Probably was.
I'm not gonna lie. I think all the jokes have been straight money. I need a new question. I can't.
You need
I
a new
can't-
question.
Yeah.
All right.
That's actually fair.
How about? This is gonna be tough. Restaurants that we have visited so far, which hasn't been many, but this should narrow it down a little.
Yeah, probably the food court.
The food court. So the
Yeah.
food court that's right outside of the
Yeah.
Radio Row.
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay.
That's a really good answer, Austin.
Good.
Food court. I'm gonna say I'm sitting at a 6.5.
Okay.
Yeah, you're
What's
at
my question for you again?
The like
Oh, experiences
moments
here.
of this
Okay.
trip so far.
Going exploring yesterday, pre-excursion, if you will. I'm sitting at a 6. A pair.
2000.
I'm still sitting at a 6. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of pears. They're all right. I don't know. They're kind of wonky. So I'm probably sitting at a 6 still. Color of khaki. A light khaki is kind of nice.
Think about
This-
the color khakis I packed.
This bumps me up to a 7.
But think about the color khakis I packed.
I can't hear you. What'd you say?
I said, think about the color khakis I packed.
Hunter Henry. This almost bumped me up to an 8.
Really?
Wow.
Really?
This almost bumped
Maybe
me up to an
5
8. I'm
years
still
ago.
gonna dwell around a 7. So, with all that information, my final guess is the number 7.
Oh.
What is it?
Connor, dude, the pre-plans is like a 0.
It was
in my
5.
It
opinion.
was 5.
It's like a 0.
I put it at a 5.
Is this the first? Is this the first
we were
time that
so
someone's
much
got
productive
this?
in getting
No,
work
I
done,
don't
but
think
we're just
Ryan
kind of
got
doing
it right.
nothing.
I didn't get it either.
All right.
I had a lot
Yeah,
of.
it
I
was
had
a
lot of time to think about
mid-experience.
fruits, and I would have said orange if I had another try.
Hey, if I said Chig Okonkwo instead of Hunter Henry.
If you said what?
If I said Chig Okonkwo instead of Hunter Henry, would that have taken you down to a 5? The
I was-
Titans tight end.
I think
Yeah.
I think
Pat
the
Fryer.
pair was the best answer we got.
Pear was probably the best answer of that one.
Pear-
I was trying to be a little bit generous to a pair because I didn't
See,
really want to offend Ryan's feelings.
because
No, I don't
the-
really like 'em.
The problem was we started good with Pear, and then
It was kind
I
of
think-
perfect in my
I
eyes.
think what happened was like you were up at like a 7, and we tried to take you down, and then we put you back up, and it's like the answers weren't consistently 5, 5, 5.
I'm
There was some
also-
horrible and then some good. Like it was just like
Yeah, I don't know. I'm also kind of taking into consideration Hunter Henry's like personality and how he handled
Yeah,
everything
okay,
last
yeah.
night.
He
not
was really
just his
cool.
performance.
that is true.
He's a good dude.
He was dope.
He was very
dope.
very nice.
And he is the team captain. I think I should have chosen
Yeah.
someone else.
That's on me.
I mean,
That's fine.
it's kind of a hard number to guess. It's mid. It's
Yeah.
5.
I was
That's
really
5.
hoping
Man.
that Connor's answer would bring you down though, because you were sitting at like 7 or something.
What kind
Yeah, I
of
was sitting. No, it kind of did. I don't know. To be honest,
what kind of question is color of khaki pants, dog? What
Yeah, in all
variety?
seriousness, Lily,
Yeah,
what
like-
are we
yeah,
doing?
What was that?
Also,
Yeah,
trash answer. That's like
what
the
kind
most.
of
Also
question
horrible.
is
Like,
brand
I
of
don't-
water?
I don't wear that color.
Dog, if
I
you
don't
gave
like
me,
it.
If you gave me bottled
Kinda
aquafina,
mid,
that's
yeah.
a 1.
We got to move
That's
to the
the same.
draft.
How much time are we looking at?
That's right.
we
Lily and
have
I need to
15
be
minutes
repeat
to
champions here,
go.
so let's get into this
All right,
draft.
let's
bro.
do this.
Let's get into the draft.
All right, today we are drafting video games.
Oh my God, this is so tough. We get the first pick too.
Yep.
We do.
You
Yeah,
guys
we
Ooh,
will
this
pick
is so
first,
tough.
and we will snake it around.
We're low key cooked. I'm not gonna lie.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay,
You're not a
I
gamer?
think this is like a consensus 1 of 1. I don't think you can look at it any other way. Can I make the pick? Can I make the pick?
Can you tell me the pick first? I hate it.
What?
It's
no.
It's getting outdated.
It doesn't matter. That's the.
It's getting too new, which is outdating it. It's phasing it out.
So it's rigged. Yeah.
Wait, what are we doing
We're
now?
pausing the draft.
Oh.
We'll come back to it. Oh. We're resuming the draft.
All right, sorry, that was actually Matt Sims. He's gonna come
I think we have to.
and do his interview.
Yeah,
so.
it's kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we
It's
missed
like
out on
nothing
him earlier.
happened, but
Or
Please. I think this is. I mean, it's literally. Oh. No. Are we gonna go off like statistics here or like
Connor, what do you think? Man?
opinionated more?
That's one.
Because I know the most grossing game of all time,
well,
but I
can you
also
make
know
your
what I
pick?
think the greatest video game of all time is as well.
So then make your pick of what you think.
We're gonna go Minecraft 1 of 1.
Yeah.
See, look at that
that's
consensus.
one
I'm
of
telling
one.
you, man.
That's 1 of 1.
If we say Pokemon, is that just?
Yeah, I think that's the franchise.
So if it's a franchise, it's the whole franchise.
So,
Yeah.
So we're doing franchise too.
Yeah.
All right, we're going Pokemon. No, I'm sorry.
No, yeah.
We're going Pokemon too.
Yeah, we're taking Pokemon on that one.
Yeah.
I'm
Pokemon.
thinking
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
that's
so
like
too.
it's
Black
one of
2.
the biggest video games ever made.
Great game.
All
Soul
right.
Silver, Heart Gold.
James
great
and
game.
I
I'm
are
a
going
ball
to be
knower, trust me.
taking, although it doesn't feel like it, it's become old reliable at this point. Every time you think the game dies, they make something else. They throw it back in time. Maybe a little OG action. We're taking Fortnite.
Oh, that's a great.
I was gonna that's why I was going about statistics. That's what I was asking about because
Which one
is
is
the
it?
most grossing game of all time? Right?
I think Minecraft was
Oh.
the true 1 of 1, but then, give me Minecraft. And then with our number 2, you good with
Yeah,
that? We're
I'm fine.
going to go Call of Duty.
What?
Call of Duty.
Is that and that's the whole franchise?
That's the whole
similar to
franchise.
Pokemon?
Great game.
Yeah.
Great game.
Yeah.
Newer games just ruined it. Absolutely just
I mean,
ruined
if we
it.
want to be specific, Black Ops 2.
I think we go with
I
that.
mean, that's the
Ooh,
best.
That's really good.
That's
Yeah.
that's
EO2 is
gold.
Don't
That's
sleep.
top tier.
EO2 is great.
Don't sleep
That's
on
gold.
Modern Warfare during
Yeah.
COVID.
Yeah.
That was so good.
What about MW2?
We're
Yeah, that was good
gonna
too.
we're gonna go with the brothers, the Super Mario brothers,
So
locking in double Nintendo back to back.
with that,
Is that the whole franchise or?
that one's weird because you can take Super Mario Bros, but then there's separate games with Mario in it. Are those
No,
still
you
available?
can't.
No, the
all
main
Mario.
line
we're
Mario.
taking, this is
game.
the main line.
Yeah.
So I can't take Mario Super Sluggers.
Super Sluggers is a spin-off, so you
That's
could take
different.
it.
You could take
Oh,
Super
well,
Sluggers.
You could
someone's
take Super
gonna take it
Sluggers.
now.
I'm not taking that trash. Are you
mean-
kidding me?
Okay.
We have a
yeah.
better Mario game.
All right, take it.
Can you
I
take
am-
Mario Kart.
Oh, I was just gonna paint a picture for them. But
Oh, I'm sorry. Take a
whatever.
picture. Is
So,
Mario
Paint the
Kart
picture.
available?
I am sitting at a family function and everybody is bored. All the cousins are kind of still warming up to each other. Someone pulls out their Nintendo Switch and we're playing Mario Kart.
That's a good one too. Are we
Right.
going
That's
all-
allowed.
That's universal.
We have
It's
back-to-back
gotta be.
picks.
Yeah.
And then I think,
Yeah.
and then we're gonna go GTA 5.
Yeah, that's. I mean, yeah, that's.
Okay.
I think
that's
we're
a
on
really
pace
good
to go
pick.
back to back here, Lily.
Back-to-back W's.
Should we rip the old Nintendo again?
I think we rip it.
We're going back to back Nintendo games. Give me Wii Sports.
Oh, we
Ooh.
sports.
That's a really solid. pick.
Goodness, that's.
James, where do we want to go with these next 2 picks? I
Okay.
mean, I'm thinking maybe this.
I don't think of what I
Oh,
play.
that's a classic.
That's a great game.
Um,
This is tough.
I think we can go here. We can go here right now if you want to.
Yeah.
I don't even hate the one we already mentioned either.
Yeah.
But this is so nostalgic, though. This is so nostalgic.
Yeah. Should we take that?
Yeah. Let's
All
go
right.
with it.
We are gonna. Well, we have 2 picks here, so should we just go? Do you have any other thoughts? Well, should we?
Hold
take,
on. You take that. I'll write down another one.
They're plotting over there.
No. Okay. Oh my gosh. Yeah. That's actually. Let's do that.
They're scheming.
All right. First off, we are gonna go out and take it. We're gonna take Lego Star Wars.
Lego Star Wars.
Lily told me that was a bad pick.
No, Lego Star Wars.
Bad pick.
It's the
so
greatest game
nostalgic.
ever on the Wii, in my opinion.
And then we're gonna combat that with little Nintendo action. Give me Super Smash Bros.
Super Smash Bros. Has to be on
That's
there.
really good. I was fighting
Those
for
are-
that one, but he told me no.
Those are great back-to-back picks. I think Mario
Bad
Kart's
bad
better.
chemistry in the locker room
mean,
for
I-
Lily and Austin.
Yeah,
Let's
but
talk
yeah,
about
we
it.
still
They're
have
having
great
some
picks,
serious-
though.
That's
Serious
hard.
locker room problems.
I don't think it's up there.
Well,
Like, okay. So we roped in Mario. Like, that's Super Mario Galaxy we're talking about. Like,
And
that's
yeah.
the games that we're getting. I'm just saying. I just want to throw that out
So
there.
you say, what did you said? Mario Bros.
Mario, like the franchise, man. Like no spin-offs type of thing. Mario Galaxy, that's mainline.
Yeah, Mario Galaxy
Mario
is mainline.
Galaxy.
That's mainline.
is
1 and
good.
2.
That's a platforming game, and that's what Mario is.
You took Mario Galaxy.
Well, not we took
Not
it
just
before.
Mario
I just
Galaxy.
wanted to throw that out there.
So you're saying that before you took Super Mario Galaxy,
Yeah.
but you didn't call it Super Mario Galaxy?
Yeah.
Like
I'm a
you
little
just.
confused.
Why would you say that?
Okay, well nobody. Okay,
So you
So
picked
we're-
Super Mario Galaxy.
you're
but you
expecting
didn't
us to
say
assume-
Then
Super
which
Mario
Call of
Galaxy.
Duty? You're taking
That-
Black Ops 2 then?
he literally did say Black Ops 2 specifically, so yes, he's taking Black
No,
Ops 2.
no, that's
all right.
not
Well,
the
if we're going
context.
back to the brothers, then we're going with Mario Galaxy.
You guys are too
But
much
with
Mario
this,
going on.
We're going Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh, okay.
Mid.
Generational game.
Mid.
Generational game.
Mid.
All right, Austin and Lily, round out your squad.
Let's go, Lily.
Our pick, 2K.
NBA 2K.
Washed.
Yeah, go ahead, take it.
Yeah.
Washed.
Sure. Yep.
And then, okay. Wash?
Sure.
Are you serious?
That's crazy.
That's
Sure.
probably the most like sales game every single year.
Next.
Yeah.
We all say it's a trash game, and yet we buy it time and time again.
Next.
And you know what?
Good point, actually.
Here's my ideas. It's a great game.
Clash of Clans.
Oh.
Yeah, but
Going
I
for the
still.
mobile game.
I
Not even gonna lie. Like I was even
They're
sniped
asking
by
us.
that one. That was good.
All right.
Royale is
Go
better.
for it.
That's up for debate.
You guys are done.
It is up for debate.
All right.
We're going to go with a
So-
game that.
so y'all don't really know ball like that, and I can promise you, I know ball. And when I say this, you're gonna
He
be like,
knows
nah,
ball.
trash game. Resident Evil 4 is generational. You don't
what
know
is
it
it?
like that. You don't
don't
know
know
it
it
like
that.
Game?
Resident Evil 4.
is the greatest over-the-shoulder shooter ever.
Survival horror is no longer the same after Resident Evil 4.
Never even
How we
heard of
round
it, so
our
it can't be
squad
that
here?
good.
We have a
It
really.
changed
We
the
might.
world.
We might have just swept the floor.
Yeah,
We need a really solid pick to. I honestly think this might be the sleeper of the draft. I
Yeah.
think that would win us this draft.
Yeah.
Are we out of picks? We got one more?
I don't know.
That's it.
You
That's
guys are
it.
done.
Done.
We're
Okay.
gonna take with our
What's
last
up?
pick. Honestly, can't believe they fell to Mr. Irrelevant, but they should be very relevant. That is Mario Super Sluggers.
That game is awesome.
It's okay.
It's okay.
If you had this
All right.
list in front of you, I think if you're looking at this, you got to take me and Lum.
Yeah, I think it's clear we sweep.
Fortnite, Call of Duty. If we want to be particular,
We're
Black
going-
Ops
we're-
2,
if we're going
Lego Star
particular,
Wars,
yeah.
Smash Bros. And Super Sluggers.
I think
Which
we.
I'm not
I,
laughing right
I
now.
think
we
we're
might
pretty
be
close
sweep.
over here, though. I'm not
You
gonna
guys
lie.
just like
Which
the
Smash Bros?
I don't know. I
You
feel
guys
like
got
we're getting
the
a
you
lot
guys got the
of
mainstream
heads.
stuff. We got the
I
ball.
personally
no
don't
sense.
feel that way,
Promise you.
but
I actually think we're really close, us two.
I don't know if that's the
No,
They don't
you
like our
guys
list,
ruined your
Connor.
draft with 2K because I understand it has sales, but everyone always says they hate it. I
But
know
you
they
still buy it the next year.
But that's the conversation around it. Is this game sucks? This
I'm
game
never
sucks.
draft. I would
you
never
buy it
draft
every single
Madden.
year.
I would
Just
never draft
No,
Madden.
I would never draft
Great
Madden.
role player on the side would never.
No,
draft.
Madden's
He's
trash.
a
We
bench
thought about
piece.
it.
Out of all of the video games, I would say either MLB The Show or Madden are.
I should
better
have
than
specifically
2K.
said NBA 2K17.
Yeah, that would have helped your case a little.
If
That
you
was a
want,
great
if
game.
you want me to go a specific Pokemon game, I can pull you one.
Black and white.
Black and white.
Black and white too.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, X and Y was pretty good too. I'm not gonna lie.
It's not black and white too.
It's not
Sapphire Ruby original was good.
Oras is great. Emerald is great.
Emerald's
Heart Gold
great.
Soul Silver is great.
Oh my!
You want to talk?
Soul Silver was
you wanna
the
talk
best
about
one I've
great
ever
Heart
played.
Gold Soul Silver is really good.
Yeah,
You
dude.
want to talk great games? I just think you go Heart Gold Soul Silver, Black White 2. That era. That's
Yeah.
just unmatched.
Through the
All right,
DSi era.
let's run through the teams really quick just so everybody can hear it. Austin and Lily had the first pick, and they went Minecraft, Mario Kart, GTA 5, 2K, Clash of Clans. Ryan and Connor had the second overall pick. They went Pokemon, Super Mario Bros., Wii Sports.
Red Dead Redemption 2, and Resident Evil 4.
I think your more hardcore gamers will love that team.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's what we're going for.
But I think the more broad audience would love James and I's roster, and that's.
I feel like our Clash of Clans pick is being undermined here a little bit.
We are not.
That's the best mobile game of all time.
Clash of Clans would have been.
I think Clash
generational.
Royale definitely competes though now.
Yeah, it's competitive.
No, Clash Royale's ruining their
If I was feeling bold enough to like match that, I would have gone with like Candy Crush, because that was everywhere.
That is true too.
Yeah.
I still play Candy Crush.
If you're listening at home, what do you think wins? We'll have to ask Scott later who
We
he
should
picks.
Start asking people, honestly. All
That
right,
is not.
James and I might have just swept the floor in this draft.
Swept the floor is crazy.
Well,
We
hold on.
went-
was crazy.
I don't know.
He read your two teams.
I don't
Can
think
I
it's
read mine
crazy.
before
You
everybody-
guys had some solid picks. I'm not even gonna lie.
All right,
You had
thank
great picks,
Lily.
but swept the floor is not.
was crazy.
Ryan, you
I
say
think-
this every day too,
I
Ryan,
think
and you
we
haven't
swept
won
the
yet.
floor. And that
To
should
be
I
fair.
actually believe it this time.
I think you got.
You know, Fortnite's a great pick.
Can I
think we
read
won,
my
but-
team before you guys just stop interrupting, please? Fortnite, Call of Duty, Lego Star Wars, Smash Bros, and Mario Super Sluggers.
Nah,
Thank you.
see,
The only
last-
one I disagree with is Lego Star Wars.
Lego Star Wars is generational.
Lego Star Wars is
It's not-
actually
it's not a
generational.
it's not a first 3-round pick though.
If you could go back and look hours on a Wii game, I think I probably have like a year spent on Lego Star Wars. Like that game is phenomenal.
The complete
Thank
saga is like my childhood.
Dude, how?
I mean, how?
I got so bored in that game so quickly. I could not get into it.
I don't know. We're gonna have to put up a poll.
Kinda like this is a hot take.
I will
It's
say
kinda like
Call of
I'm
Duty
very
is an
confident in my picks.
Call of Duty
We
to
need
me
to
is
put
a
up the
bit of
poll.
an iffy pick because you've got to like, if it's just Black Ops 2, yes, but if you got to account for the whole franchise right now,
Terrible.
BO7 is like $45. That does not happen with other COD games.
And Clash of Clans is $6
BO2 is
or
great.
free, isn't it?
BO2 is
It's
great.
free.
How does a price make a game?
All right.
That doesn't make any
Should we,
sense.
Yeah, I think we can
How
wrap
much time
this
we
up. I don't know. Waiting for Matt Sims to come back. That's exciting.
Yeah, I'm glad he came over.
I know. me too.
I've got a trivia question, but I don't know how much time we have.
Okay.
That's the trivia question. We're good.
All right. So there are six different accounts of two teams having the same name in the top 4 major sports. Can you name all 6?
Giants.
The San Francisco Giants and the New York Giants is one of them.
The New York Rangers and the Texas Rangers.
That is another one.
Kings and the LA Kings.
That is the third one.
Yeah, we should wrap this up.
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah,
Wait,
let's
ask,
wrap.
ask Matt the question. Ask
Yeah,
Matt the
ask
question.
Matt the question.
Oh wait, ask him who won the draft.
Oh,
Matt Sims cameo.
Can we ask you who won our draft? So today we drafted video games.
Video game draft. Okay.
Yeah, and I won't tell you who's who,
Okay.
but Team 1, you got Minecraft, Mario Kart, GTA 5, 2K, Clash of Clans.
I feel like we're not going to win this, Connor.
Team 2, you got Pokemon.
No, we went
This
we
is
went for
Pokemon, though. We have to be specific with Pokemon.
It's
Uh,
broad.
well,
Well,
they-
I'll tell you what. Let me tell you. I'll hit you with the. I'll hit you with a black and white 2. That might be past your generation,
also-
but
Bro, take it easy.
all right, my bad,
Take
my
it
bad.
easy.
I didn't know. I didn't know
Can
if you were like
believe that
that.
he just said that?
Yeah,
That's
why'd you do that?
unbelievable.
I didn't know if he
Wow.
was like that.
Team 2, Super Mario Bros. Wii Sports, Red Dead Redemption 2, and Resident Evil 4.
Okay.
Team 3, you got Fortnite, Call of Duty, Lego Star Wars, Super Smash Bros., and Mario Super Sluggers.
and specifically on Call of Duty, that's Black Ops 2, if we have to be specific.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're not winning. but
If I
that's-
had to go with one, I think I would go with, man, this is actually tough because it's a combination of Ryan and Connors with Lumbo and James.
Okay.
Like I would kind of mix the two together a little bit because like Pokemon,
That's the All-Star team.
Yeah. My bad.
OG Pokemon.
My bad.
All right. With like the red and blue back
Red
in
and
the
blue is
day.
great.
Yeah,
Ah.
I played the OG one, dog.
Look.
Okay.
I've played them all. Trust me, but red and blue, they just don't compare nowadays.
Well, of course not.
Of course they
Even
don't.
more pixels to work
That's
with.
what I'm
okay?
saying.
All right.
You're going with the better game.
That's where the imagination was
All
really
right,
keyed
all right.
in back in the
Missing
day.
Got
no
no
back in the
consideration
day.
in this one.
Super Mario Brothers can't go
We're
wrong
out,
with that.
bro.
That's okay. I thought we had a good draft.
Yep.
I
We
definitely
tried.
Smash Bros is great too.
Not even considering Team 1.
No.
No,
No.
not you know what? But you do have Mario Kart, right?
Yeah.
And Mario Kart might be number one for me.
And
It's-
that is,
Yeah,
that's a
I
great
agree
thing.
to that.
Might be
I
my
agree to
favorite
that.
game of all
That was a
time.
later round pick.
And no doubt, like even with my age, absolutely would whoop all of you in that game. Like, would put
Probably.
money
I believe
on
it. I believe it.
Like
I'm
money,
not
like
Mario Kart guy.
stacks on the table. Like,
Hey,
yo,
you do not want to make make that bet.
I no doubt. You could pick any, and you could pick the old school one
Alright,
or
alright.
the new school.
I'll take the
All
new
right,
school.
yeah,
I
'cause
will.
trust me, I'm like that weird uncle that is just like crushing his nephew.
I love it. I love
Like,
it.
I'm crushing my nephew and be like, you like that? You like the rainbow road dog?
Red shell.
Yeah, red shell. Hey, blue shell this. All right, so I'm that guy.
Someone get that as a
I'm that
bumper.
uncle.
Get that as a bumper later on.
Yeah.
Blue shell this.
But this is awesome though. I mean, this is a great list.
Sort of
GTA, like
all
is a
ball
great
knowers,
game,
yeah.
But it's also like I just can't promote such violence.
Yeah, I was thinking of like sales with that one.
When I was younger, totally. Now as a father, I'm like, no,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
W fatherhood moment right
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
W father moment.
Like,
I
GTA
respect
is
that a
like,
lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're crossing some weird lines here.
But Minecraft, we took that one of one.
I mean, Minecraft.
Yeah. See,
is-
now Minecraft is like that. This is where my age does become an issue. Right?
Oh.
Like,
Yeah, you didn't experience Minecraft just
I
like
Wait a
growing
minute.
up.
got into that world.
Oh.
Never kind of dabbled in there.
That's unfortunate.
And it's
I think,
hard for me to go there now.
I think if you played, you might have said
I
we
would have
win.
loved it.
I
no
feel like
doubt.
as a
And
I feel like as a
honestly,
father, you should really appreciate Minecraft because it's teaching kids like how to make
Yes.
glass and stuff like
and
that.
That's where I feel like eventually I'll get there. I'll get there. Like
It's
as
a
my
work in
son gets a
progress.
little older.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, we got to honorable
Okay,
mention.
all
today,
right,
I'll take
yeah.
that.
You know the other one too is what was the other one I was looking at? Minecraft is. I'll definitely look into that. You know, I did fall into this thing where so I'm a coach, right? I coach high school football players, college football players, and Fortnite became a huge thing
Yeah.
when I started coaching, right? So they dragged me into it to start playing, and did not build anything. But I can't lie, it's a hell of a game. It's an awesome
It's a good game. It's a good game.
It is so fun to play. It's so easy. Nothing to figure out. And I love just capping people who are like building all this stuff. And it's like, done, get out of here. All right? Build somewhere else, dude.
That's
It's awesome.
good. That's good.
I love that. I love that
That's
part
good.
of it. Yeah.
So who wins?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Who wins?
What?
Who wins?
Who? I don't know. Let's make our own list.
Yeah. Yeah. We got to get like a poll up and
Yeah.
going or something.
All right, let's
That's
go to
awesome.
break, and then we'll come back and we'll have our proper interview.
We need a break. I need a break.
You're watching the Sideline Buzz here on WSBU 88.3 FM, The Buzz.
Leaving